The great unraveling of the Mar-a-Lago document drama continues, as one of Donald Trump's lawyers, Christina Bobb, has thrown the rest of her team under the bus. You know you love to see it. Former OAN host and attorney for former President Donald Trump, Christina Bobb, reportedly spoke to or with federal investigators last Friday and worked to, quote unquote, clarify her role in signing a letter declaring Trump had no more documents at his Florida home. Now, of course, we know that was not true. He did have documents. That's why the FBI searched the premises and came away with lots and lots and lots of documents. And so this is after Bobb had signed a certified statement on June 3rd, 2 months before the FBI search, and sees 11,000 documents that were wrongly taken to the former president's residence. NBC's Mark Caputo reported that Bobb named two other Trump attorneys involved with the case. Bobb reportedly told investigators that the letter she signed was drafted by none other than Evan Corcoran, who was Trump's lead lawyer at the time. And Evan, under the bus. Oh, there you go. Oh, did that hurt? You just got hit by a bus, son. Not fun. Oh, for you. Now, Bobb also spoke to investigators about Trump legal advisor Boris Epshteyn. God, that guy's a clown. Who said she did not help draft the statement, but was minimally involved in discussions about the records, according to sources. Again, not quite under the bus, nudged a little bit more into that direction. Nudged towards the bus. Maybe it'll hit you one of these days. Caputo also reported that according to sources close to Bobb, that said she insisted that the letter be written with a disclaimer. Apparently, she would only sign a certification that read that it was based upon the information that has been provided to me. So, like, hey, look, I don't know if this information is trustworthy. That's what they're telling me. Oh, would they lie to me? Yes, maybe they would. Maybe they would. Well, at least, that's her defense. Like, I don't know. I guess they lied to me. I didn't do anything. I didn't lie to anybody. I didn't cover for anybody. I was told this, and I was okay, great. Disclaimer. In fact, she had to insist on that disclaimer twice before she signed it, according to one source. Spoke with Bobb about what she told investigators. She is, quote, not criminally liable, the source said. What is it, like Bobb's mom? Sorry, Mrs. Bobb, or whatever. I know it's you. Like, no, she innocent. Very, very not criminally liable. Look, I don't know who it is. But the source said, she's not going to be charged. She is not pointing fingers. She is simply a witness for the truth. Again, I'm taking all of this with a gigantic grain of salt. This is somebody, again, obviously close to Christina Bobb. But if there was a disclaimer in the document, and of course, you could prove that fairly easily. And see, again, it could be corroborated that Corcoran had given her the information that would mean a couple of things. Number one, that she was obviously given false information by somebody else, and that she had expected the possibility of that happening. So, in essence, she knew that her boss might be full of shit and was like, I don't know, look, I'll work for you because maybe I'll get paid. Right? Just like all the other lawyers who would get paid, right? Working for Donald Trump. Look, I know that he's very likely going to make me lie. So, disclaimer, please. And number two, this could go back to Corcoran. Now, Corcoran, if he was smart, would likely try to save his own ass by trying to point to someone else. Who would that other person be? Or could it be the person who gave him the orders? Now, who was that? Who could that be? If Corcoran was Donald Trump's lead lawyer at the time, could it have been Donald Trump? We don't know. But if it was Donald Trump and he gave the order, then yes, that's obviously obstruction. Trying to lie to the National Archives to take these documents. Now, the source added this. People made Bobb the fall guy, or fall gal. For what it's worth, and it's wrong. Yes, she signed the declaration. No one disputes that. But what she signed is technically accurate. The people who told her to sign it should know better. See, it's not my fault, it's their fault. So now look, Bob, she could be out of the hot seat. Might not. I mean, according to former Obama attorney Joyce Aline, who noted, I would not buy on the notion that Bob has managed to immunize herself from criminal liability by carefully wording the false statement she signed. There are legal doctrines like willful blindness and other conduct at issue, which could explain why she's talking to federal investigators right now. That said, maybe for the fact that she is talking to federal investigators, there is no legal action being taken against her because she is cooperating, and they might be a little bit more interested now in Evan Corcoran. Last I knew, Corcoran did not hire a lawyer, has not hired a lawyer yet, as far as I know. Look, he had claimed that he didn't need one. Well, I would expect that to change, pretty much. I tell you what, though, nothing turns people against each other like Donald Trump. We've seen it in a bunch of different, times in his administration, and now with his lawyers fighting each other, and even beforehand, where he had to have competition in between his aides. So, a real nice working environment there when it comes to Donald Trump. But I guess we already knew that.